Previously on Olds.
Freaking way. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I was just here last week. We got a Super Nintendo and an N64. Nothing in there but the regular.
And now, pick up and play.
Alright, so while it's only been a week or two since you saw me pick up this Super Nintendo, it's actually been quite a bit longer since I filmed that cut. I found it had some interesting properties, and basically it just didn't run things correctly. And to tell you the truth, I only tried it out with one game, Super Mario World. But from that, I determined that it probably would do some interesting things when running other games. So what I've gone and done is I've got 5 games from my library, and we're going to test them out and see what happens when we run them in the Super Nintendo. And what I'd like you guys to do is make some suggestions. I do have a decent Super Nintendo library, but yeah, leave your suggestions below, and maybe I can get off my butt and make a part 2. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And here we go. I gotta get the lights first, but... Alright, so I tried out Super Mario World, and if you didn't notice that, there was some weird flickering with that effect there, but what you'll see is more interesting. I don't know what happened to Mario, so and I can't do anything to get him back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to reset it, and maybe try. All I did was press a direction button on the D-pad, so I'm gonna try running maybe Mario 1, which I never tried last time. Okay, so the jump button's not working. Now this one is, okay. Seems to be running alright. Let's try this one. I mean, the fact is, things might happen later on. What's going on with this one? You should see something immediately. Nintendo! So Tetris Attack won't even boot. How about this one? We got a booting game. I really did think that it would have a lot more weird glitches other than the Mario world. Now it just looks like I'm playing Batman here, but I'm thinking maybe there might be a part in the later part in the level. Guy moves like a Street Fighter character. Like Blanca. Alright, we're trying out another genre here. It's interesting. I wonder if they actually got the rights to use these covers. There's a bunch of them in this game, actually. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary here.
Last lap. Fox is dominating the race.
No shit. I really shouldn't be surprised that this SNES has any problems, because it had this red dot sticker on it, and because of the volume that the thrift store got all at once, I think it really was all donated by one guy, Maybe he owned a video game store, or, you know, had a flea market booth, whatever the case may be. But yeah, the red sticker, I think, was his way of indicating broken systems, because the extreme green Game Boy Pocket had the same red sticker on it, and, you know, just putting batteries in it without cleaning those contacts from corrosion, it didn't work at all. So there were a couple systems I noticed with the red sticker, and you know, the only reason to pick this one is because this SNES was because it looked like that was the cleanest one there, with without any yellowing. It's what you always try to do when you cross the finish line. You always try to do something fancy, like a trick. Trying to do a little spin out as I cross the finish line. This is interesting. Pretty sure there is supposed to be a background here. Pretty sure those seagulls are supposed to be flying a different way. See, I mean, it just, I guess, having trouble accessing certain parts of memory. Well, just, I don't know, the water's all messed up there, and it's like a tidal wave rushes over the town every time I leave a house. Considering how pretty much all the games I tried out, except for the Mario World and this one, seem to work properly, I'm going to try a sixth game here. I chose each of these games specifically because they all had a different genre or feature I wanted to test out, but at the same time I didn't test out some obvious ones because I thought I'd leave them for suggestions in the comments. It seems to be running fine, but I want to see what happens when I get to the map screen. Yeah, definitely not working right. So yeah, this is what I wanted to try out. I knew something would be strange. What? It's like there's a billion maps being mapped to each individual tile, and then you zoom in. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I'm reaching some point on the ground. I mean, I'm pressing buttons here. I thought it would jump into a level here, but it's, yeah, nothing's really doing anything. So, as you can see, at least that particular Mode 7 effect is just fucked up. Well, at least we got a couple things to show the strangeness. Well guys, 4 out of 6 games just didn't work right. I mean, some of them were really in an unplayable state. Demon's Crest and I mean, Tetris Attack obviously didn't boot at all. Illusion of Gaia, I mean, I'd like to see you try to navigate some of those in those levels. I bet caves and such like that you wouldn't be able to navigate. But yeah, other games, you know, Rock and Roll Racing and Batman Returns, they seem to be unaffected by whatever's glitching out this NES, this little ghost in the shell. I guess that's what I'm gonna call this thing. But yeah, if you have any suggestions for games, leave it in the comments below, and yeah, maybe we can do another one of these.
Thank you.